Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so glad to have you here, and today we have another very interesting video for you. Let's dive right in. Characters: Ashley, Tom, Peter, Kim. All. Hey guys, I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. Ashley, this is a true story. So one day, I got a text from my boyfriend Tom, who's now my husband. He texted me saying, "I'm sorry, I was wrong. You were right." And then he sent this sad face emoji. And I thought it was kind of strange because he always calls me by my name. And also he never sends me emojis. I was like, that's strange. What's going on? But I didn't think much of it. Ashley. A few days later, I got another text from him saying, "You're beautiful, Ashley. I love you." And then he added the kissing emoji. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? It was so out of character for him. Like, why is he suddenly sending me these weird things? And some of the things he was saying were not even spelled correctly. And I thought, wait a minute, did he hit the wrong button on his phone? Like, is this an alien trying to communicate with me through my boyfriend's phone? I mean, I know Tom can spell, but like his grammar is not the best. But all of these mistakes were very uncharacteristic of him. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. And so I decided to play along just to see what would happen next. Ashley. So I replied, "You're so sweet. Tell me more." And then he started telling me how much he loved me and missed me and wanted to see me. And he kept sending these heart emojis and stuff. But again, he continued to make these spelling mistakes, which made no sense to me because he's a very intelligent guy. And he's always been very articulate and eloquent when texting me in the past. And so I was definitely suspicious at this point. And I decided to confront him about it. I called him and I asked him, "Are you playing a prank on me? Like, what is going on with your phone? Did you drop it or something?" And he was confused. He was like, "What do you mean? I'm not playing a prank on you. I'm being serious. I love you. I want to see you." And I could hear the sincerity in his voice. So I knew he wasn't playing around. And that's when I noticed that he was slurring his words a bit. And when I asked him what was going on, he admitted that he had been drinking. And I told him, "Well, you need to stop drinking if you're going to start sending me sweet messages, because I might actually believe you and then I'll get all jealous and start overthinking things." And he laughed and said, No, don't worry, babe. I wasn't drunk. I was just having a few drinks. I swear I've never loved you more than I do right now." And he kept insisting that he really meant everything he said, and I still wasn't convinced. So I decided to check his phone myself to see if there was any other weird stuff going on. And that's when I found out that his autocorrect function had been messing with us. Like his phone was turning my name into you, and it was adding emojis and changing the way he normally texts me. And it was so embarrassing because I felt like such an idiot for not realizing it sooner. And he was so embarrassed too. He was like, "Oh my God, babe, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that was happening. I tried to change it back, but it just kept reverting to that. And I couldn't figure out why you were getting all emotional and jealous over my sweet messages. I thought you'd be happy that I felt so strongly about you." And I couldn't help but laugh because it was so ridiculous. And we both spent the rest of the night just laughing and making fun of the whole situation. And we learned a very valuable lesson about checking your autocorrect settings. But it was also a good reminder to never take anything for granted in a relationship. Like, communication is key, and sometimes a simple misunderstanding can lead to some pretty wild assumptions. But thankfully, we were able to laugh it off and move on from it. And now we always double-check Tom's phone before we send him any important texts. Peter. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. That reminds me of a time when my friend Kim got a really weird text from her husband, Mark. She was like, "What the hell is going on here?" Kim. Okay, so Mark was known for being a bit of a klutz, but he was also very affectionate and he loved sending me cute texts throughout the day. But one day I got a text from him that said, "I hate you, Kim. I wish you were dead." And I was like, what the hell? Is he playing some kind of sick joke? Or is he having some kind of psychotic break? And I was seriously freaked out because he had never said anything remotely like that to me before. And it was just so out of the blue. I tried calling him, but he didn't answer. I tried texting him back, but my messages just kept getting auto-corrected to something rude or mean-sounding. And I was like, oh my God, this is like a horror movie come to life. Am I in danger? Should I call the police? And then I remembered that Mark had been struggling with his phone lately. Like he kept complaining that it was like possessed by a demon or something. And he had asked me to fix his autocorrect settings for him because he couldn't figure out why it kept changing his words to something else. And I thought, wait a minute, could this be the reason? So I went over to his phone and I checked his autocorrect settings, and it turned out that he had accidentally swapped the names in his contacts list. Like he had put my name as Mark and Mark's name as something else. And when he typed Mark, it would autocorrect to my name, and then it would turn everything he said into a weird and creepy sounding message. I was like, oh my God, that's why you were acting so weird yesterday. I was so worried that you were gonna hurt me, and now I feel like an idiot for not figuring it out sooner. And Mark was like, I'm so sorry, babe. I didn't mean to scare you like that. I've been trying to fix this thing forever, and it just wouldn't let me change it back. I don't know what happened. And I was like, it's okay, honey. I'm just glad you're okay. But please be more careful in the future because I almost called the cops on you. And he was like, I promise it won't happen again. I love you so much, and I would never do anything to hurt you. And I believed him. And we both learned a valuable lesson about double-checking your contacts list. But it was also a good reminder to never jump to conclusions. Sometimes a simple misunderstanding can lead to some really scary situations. But thankfully, we were able to laugh it off and move on from it. And now we always check Mark's phone before we send him any important texts. Well, that's all the time we have for today's stories. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed them. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever we upload a new video. We have a lot of other funny and relatable content coming up, so stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.